point. Why are we giving away this land and then renting back one part of it?
Why not? We're not giving it away. We're not giving it away because it was never ours.
Oh, come on, Barry.
It was ours since 1814. Before that, it was briefly French from 1793.
And it got its independence in 68.
Give Jane a chance to speak now. We administrated the Chagos Islands from Mauritius, but they were not the same country. They were very separate. The Chagossians.
A political meltdown just erupted on live TV, when a guest called out a Labour MP and called him a coward in front of the nation. The topic? A controversial land deal that's left many furious. Why is Britain renting back land it already controlled? And who really owns
now? Who we do owe a bit of a sort of apology to for, displacing them. They want to be British. They're very proudly British. And yesterday we heard Miss Lee Mandarin on GB News speak with such passion. He's a Chagossian and a very proud Brit. And I've been lucky enough to go to the Falkland Islands and see that pride that our British Overseas Territories has. And I wish our Prime Minister had a hint of that pride. But I want to ask Barry, if Boris Johnson or Rishi Sunak, if one of their closest friends had been paid by Mauritius for over 10 years to get the Chagos Islands for Mauritius...
The Chagos Islands. Stay tuned, because this one's a political firestorm. It started as a standard political panel, but things went off the rails when the conversation turned to the Chagos Islands. A guest, visibly frustrated, interrupted the Labour MP mid-sentence. Why are we giving away this land, only to rent it back like fools? The MP tried to keep his cool, but the guest didn't let up that you're dodging the truth, and the public sees through it. This isn't diplomacy, it's cowardice, gasps in the studio. Social media lit up within minutes, but what exactly triggered this outrage? And why is the Chagos Islands issue so explosive? So what's the deal here? According to recent reports, the UK has entered talks about transferring administrative control of the Chagos Archipelago, an overseas territory, to another nation. But here's the twist. The UK would then lease it back for military operations. The guest on TV blasted this plan, saying it's a betrayal of British sovereignty, and questioned why taxpayers would foot the bill to rent land Britain has administered for decades. You don't sell the roof of your house and then pay someone else to sleep under it. Is it just symbolism, or is something deeper going on? To understand the outrage, you need to understand the history. The Chagos Islands have a complicated past. Originally under French control in the late 1700s, they came under British rule by the 1800s. But in 1965, just before Mauritius gained independence, Britain detached the Chagos Archipelago, creating the British Indian Ocean Territory. In the 1970s, the native Chagossians were forcibly removed to make way for a U.S. military base on Diego Garcia. Since then, the islanders have fought for the right to return home, facing setback after setback in UK and international courts. When pressed, the Labour MP insisted, "We're not giving it away. It was never really ours in the modern sense. It was an administrative responsibility, not a sovereign claim." That spin, he shot back. You can't erase decades of control and pretend it was all just paperwork. This is about power, accountability, and truth. The MP struggled to respond. And by then, the damage was done. The public reaction, explosive. Hashtags like #ChagosSellout and #PoliticalCoward trended within hours. Even some Labour supporters questioned the party's position on sovereignty and military policy. And here's where it gets really messy. Defense analysts say this deal could compromise strategic interests in the Indian Ocean. Meanwhile, Chagossian communities are once again left in limbo. This debate is far from over. With growing pressure from human rights groups, veterans, and foreign policy experts, Parliament could soon be forced to address the deal head-on. And as the election looms, politicians will have to decide, back the deal, or back down. Will Labour defend this deal to the end, or will the backlash break them? One thing's for sure, the Chagos question has returned with a vengeance. Now, it's over to you. Was the guest right to call out the MP? Is this land deal a necessary compromise, or a national embarrassment? Sound off in the comments below, smash that like button, subscribe for more explosive political coverage, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. This is just the beginning. Stay informed, stay sharp, and as always, stay skeptical.
Like this video and subscribe my channel for latest political updates. Thanks for watching, guys.